Hello everyone and welcome to the first episode of technical analysis series. My name is Mr. Crypto Tracker and I'm going to teach you different aspects of technical analysis. So for the first episode, I'm going to show you whenever you came across a new chart, how you can identify important price levels and how you can trade them. And also another point, I will show you how you can organize your drawing on a chart to have a clear and tidy charts. So stay with me in these episodes and please make sure to subscribe to my channel if you didn't do it so far, and also turn the notification bell on to get notified when new video comes. So whenever I came across a new chart and want to start my technical analysis, the first important things for me is to identify those important price levels. So as you know, you probably know, we have two different charts. We have the linear chart, what you can see here. This is the linear chart. And we have a logarithmic chart. If you look at this part, the low right corner of my chart, you can see these two options, auto and log. If you turn on the log option, you can see a logarithmic version of any kind of charts. It's up to you which style you use, but if you want to have a clear view of the chart, logarithmic can give you a better view, but it's up to you. I prefer logarithmic, but I change it sometimes to linear, sometimes to logarithmic. So let's start with logarithmic because we can see a better view of the chart, especially of the past of the chart. If you see these parts and I change it to linear, you cannot see any price change in this area. So I will put it on logarithmic and start my technical analysis. So the first important thing is for me is to identify those important price levels in different time frames. So I usually start with monthly, but to be honest, monthly and weekly time frames are good for those of you who are long-term traders or swing traders. For someone like me, I'm more of a short-term trader. I'm like a scalper, but this method I'm going to teach you, you can apply it on any time frame. It doesn't matter. So stay with me. So a few important levels I usually have on my charts. Those levels are the highest point, the highest price, lowest price, and the open and close price. So what does it mean? I will show you what I mean by those levels. So let's start with the recent part of the chart. Here is the previous all-time high in 2017. So I will start with this part. Let's change it to linear and start our analysis. So whenever I want to start, I usually pay very close attention to recent price action. So the recent price action for me means the few last candles. It doesn't matter if that candle is a monthly candle or a daily. So here I have these all-time high, and also here is the monthly range high close. So I'll start to label those levels. Before I start to label, I want to teach you a trick for using TradingView. Whenever you want to select the exact bottom of a candle, the exact point of a candle, it doesn't matter it's an open or the highest or the lowest point. If you hold the control button, then move your your mouse, you can choose the exact high or the exact low or the exact open and close. So here in this case, the close of the monthly candle is of paramount importance for me. So I hold the control and select the close of this green candle. So I draw a line here, a horizontal line. Based on the time frame you're working on, you can select different color for your lines. Then you can identify whether this line was an important monthly level or a weekly level, or you can label these lines. For labeling lines, you can double click on it, and then you can double click or just click on it. Then this panel will appear here. You can go to setting, to this part, and go to text, and you can label these lines. I will label it as a monthly range high. Here you can choose the color and the size. You can bold it or italic it, or you can also choose the position of your text. For example, you can do it on the middle. I prefer to do it on the middle, and you can select whether it appears on the left side or on the right side or in the center. So I prefer on the right side. So this is how I label these levels as a monthly range high. Another important level for me is the all-time high and recent low. In this case, I will hold the control button and select this and label it as all-time high. Again, I will put it in the middle with another color, so you can see all-time high, monthly range high, and also I will label the monthly range low. In these areas, the monthly range low for me is here, this close of the red candle. Again, hold the control and draw this horizontal line here, and then I will label it monthly range low. And also you can see it, the lowest monthly price, which is in this area. If you come back a little bit to a few previous candles, you can see a low here. So this is where I put more attention to it. So I will call it lowest price range, or just say L, lowest price range, like this. And yeah, here is how I can identify those important levels. But imagine if we are in this part of the chart and we don't have these candles. Another important level would be this price level for me. Before I have this line here, here was the previous range high, and I will label it and call it previous monthly range high. Yeah, that's it for now. So let's go back to the chart and find these important levels in the history. So here is the monthly range high again. Let me call it previous monthly range high. It happened in 2017. And also here is the previous all-time high, previous all-time high. And also here we have the previous monthly range low. You will see why these price levels are so important for us. Okay, here we have a few important levels. Apart from this previous monthly range high, you can see another important level here after a drop, price range here, and then again drop. So let me put another line here. I will change the thickness, And so here is how I identify important levels. And you can see the price of Bitcoins right now is at a very important level, previous all-time high. And if the price cannot hold this level, the first support or first important price level is the previous monthly range high. As you can see, if you have one reaction here, one very small reaction here, you can see after it engulfed, after the price engulfed this level, it showed a pullback, then another leg to the upside. So this level would be a very important level for Bitcoin if it cannot hold this important price level. So this is how I identify important price levels in monthly time frame. And also you can see another important level in this area, these two candles. Look at the close of this green one and open of these red candle. They are at the same level, and in the future price shows reaction to this level. So you can put a line here as an important price. It would be important if in the future price comes back. Definitely we will see a reaction here, but still we don't know how powerful that reaction would be. It can be a very small reaction, like negligible reaction, or price can reject again. So keep this level on your chart. So after I finish identifying my important levels in monthly time frame, I need to organize these drawings. I don't like to have so many different lines on my charts. If you have so many different lines on your charts, they will confuse you, and you cannot have a clear view of the price action. So if you go to this column here to the right and go down to the lower right corner, you have a object tree here. If you click on the object tree, you can see all your drawings here. For example, if you select this drawing, you can see it here. It is highlighted and you can see it. So I will group all of these monthly drawing in one group. If you click on the first one, then hold the shift button and click on the last one, you can select all of them, then click on these folders, folder sign here, create a group of drawing. If you click on it, you have a new folder of drawing. You can click on this and change its name to the monthly price levels. So next to this folder, you have three different options. The first one is the lock option. If you click on it, you locked all these drawing and you cannot move them. And this is very good actually. And also the next one is an eye sign. If you click on it, all the drawings will be hidden. You hide them like this. So after I find these important levels and group them and hide them, and I will go to weekly time frame. In weekly time frame, I will do the same things. So first of all, I will find the weekly range high. You can change the color. Let me use another color. Let's say this color is for weekly. This is the weekly range high. Then here would be the weekly range low. Weekly range low. And let's pretend we are still in this area. So this area would be the previous weekly range high. That's important. You can see after price broke this resistance, it shows a pullback and then starts another leg to the upside. So this is a very important price level for us. We should have a line there. And also here we have, after this drop, we have this pullback. So here, this area would be another important price levels for me. Hold the control and then select this one. And yeah, so let's go back to the history of the chart to 2017. Again, we have here as a weekly range high. We call it previous weekly range high. And here is the weekly range low for me, previous weekly range low. And also you can see here, after this drop, we had this pullback. So I will label this one. And also you can see this pullback to this area or this area. Either of these two can be a very important price level for us. As you can see, after price come back to this level, it shows a reaction here. So here is how I identify important price levels on weekly time frame. So again, you can group them by clicking on the first one, holding the shift button, and click on the last one and call it weekly. Weekly price levels. So I will lock them. And if I unhide the monthly price level, then you can see a few areas are very important because we have the weekly and monthly important price levels very close to each other. We call it confluence area. Whenever you have many different reasons in one or a specific area, you can call it confluence reasons to short or long to enter in any kind of trade. And also you can see here, this blue line was a resistance in monthly, and here we have a weekly important area. They are very close to each other. So probably if the price comes back to this level, we can expect to see a reaction to this area. So I will hide the weekly and monthly, and let's go to daily. We can do the same things for daily time frame. So let's start from this previous actually the first all-time high we had in this bull run. So again, I will select the range high. Let's change the color. This time I will select, what color would be good? Let's start with this dark red. And so let's call it daily range high. And then here is the daily range low. And also it was a high, so this high would be important. So I will draw a line on this high, and you can see how price showed reaction to this previous all-time high. Before we experienced this all-time high, this was our previous all-time high. So after the price come back, you can see here we had a reaction, then the price broke the resistance, and after that it drops below the resistance again, and here it was another important price levels. You can see after price come back to this resistance, it showed a reaction and then broke it. So this is how we can identify important price levels and how we can trade them. So if I unhide the weekly and monthly, then you can see the important price levels here. If you want to trade them, whenever the price approach to these important price levels, it is a good opportunity for you to closely watch these price levels and the price actions close to those levels to enter to a good trade. So you can do the same things for all the time frames you want. If you're a short-term trader, you can go, let me group them. Daily price level. If you are a short-term trader, you can go to like 4-hour time frame. For example, here, if you're a short-term, you can go to 4-hour. Again, in these 4-hour, here would be the range high, here is the range low, and you can trade these levels. So it doesn't matter which time frame you usually trade, but the concept is the same. You have to find the important price areas and put more attention on those price areas. So this is for today. The best practice for you would be to go through different charts, start from monthly, identify those important price levels, and then see how price showed reaction when it come back to those levels. So please make sure to do that. And also it would be good to follow me on I'm active on Twitter, and also I have a free Telegram channel where I usually share my trade ideas there. You can join me. I will put the links in the description. Join me there and let's trade together and let's learn from each other. Have a good time and see you in the next video.